Hi everyone, welcome to Tuesday 30-minute Buns and Guns. We'll get going in about a minute, making sure you've got water close by and grabbing a drink anytime you feel like you need one. This is a class that uses hand weights if you choose, so I have multiple weights. I've got 7s, I've got 5s, I've got 3s, and I also have some improvised weights, so just some tin cans and bags, making sure that I've loaded 2 bags exactly the same way, so they're equal weight. And then if I want to go heavier than my 7 pounds, then maybe now I've got 10 in my hand. So improvise as you need to, you don't have to use any at all. Okay, so you're going to work out at your own pace. You're going to take it up if you want to take it up. You're going to keep it down at a lower intensity if that's where you want to stay. And we're going to focus on buns and guns. Okay? So just shake out all your limbs, your arms and legs. And that's my alarm to say, Laurel, get going. So here we go. That was a very strange start to the class. You're going to march it out. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale. Just try and keep those shoulders back as we do this march. So standing nice and proud. Engaging the core as those knees come up a little higher in front. So actually get your tummy to go a little tighter, pretending there's a string between your abs and your knees, and you pull the knees up by engaging your core. There you go. One more deep breath. And shake it out. Take it side to side. Tap those toes side to side. We're just going to take arms out to the front and into the opposite corner. We point our back leg, making sure as you're turning slightly that you lift up your toes and turn to the side wall. So now it's a full turn, side to side. Squeeze down the back of your leg. Your nose, your knees, your toes point in the same direction. I'm looking right, everything's pointing right. And now let's come front, step touch. Alternate the arm that crosses on top. Go a little lower, and you can step wider. Waking up all those muscles in legs and arms. Now into a pec press. Use your imagination on this one. Resist as you come in and out, as though you're moving through some sort of really thick liquid, and it's harder to come in together. It's harder to open up. 4, 3, 2, last one. And now heel digs front, and bring those arms forward. And we can start to get a little bit more intensity here if you'd like. And instead of walking side to side with those heel digs, adding that little jump. Totally optional. Good. 4, 3, 2, last one. March it out again. So just doing a couple of different things instead of the typical run, jack, and squat. So now we're going to go into hamstring curls. So bringing the heel up towards the buns. Go down a little lower as you go into that squat. And squeeze up. Squeeze up. And again, you could add more. You could add a little hop, side to side. Anything to get your heart rate up a little bit more. And if you want to bring it back down again, that's okay. 4, 3, 2, last one. March it out. We're going to march 4 with our feet close together, and then 4 with our feet wide apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, wide, 2, 3, 4. Narrow and wide. Narrow and wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're ready, if you want, a little quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe you start running it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Or take it back down. Your choice. One more time. Good. Let me get deep breath in. Shake it out. And you're going to grab on. I usually start with heavier weights because I start with bicep curls and we're a little stronger there. Eventually by the end of the class, when we're getting a little fatigued, I might be holding on to my lighter weights. So I'm going to start to go into forward lunge with bicep curls. So step forward, sink down that back knee, press back, stand tall. I'm going to a profile view so you can see the front knee doesn't continue pressing forward, it stays behind the front toe, back knee, straight down. When you're doing your bicep curl, squeeze in your upper arms. When you bring those hands down, they go slightly back beyond your hips. Good. So you're choosing how far down you go into that lunge. Note we can stay here and not go down at all. So your choice. You add the intensity, not by going further forward, by going down and up. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. I'm going to switch to a slightly lighter weight, taking it into a wide stance and going into a wide squat, down and up, keeping the chest open, shoulders over my hips. So when I go into a squat, I don't want to lean forward like this. So again, side view is keeping the back nice and straight. Knees don't press over my toes. And I start to lift alternating arms out front, shoulder height. Keep a slight bend in the elbows. As you come up out of your squat, do a little extra squeeze, get a little bit more out of it. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze your glutes. Good. Going faster is not the way to add intensity. If you want to add intensity, actually slower makes this more difficult. If the arms get tired with the weights you have in your hands, do the move with lighter weights or no weights at all. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now, quarter turn. Both toes pointing in the same direction. And we're going into a knee dip again. So we're doing no stepping on this one, just maintaining our feet. So you can just do a little dip. You can do a bigger dip. You could even not do a dip at all and do more of a foot roll with the back leg. So I'll leave that one up to you. What we are going to do is start lifting only one arm. So if my right leg is the back leg, it's my right arm that's lifting. Same motion, up to shoulder height. Bring it back down, slightly back, behind my hip. Really feeling this one in the front thigh of the back leg. Yes, back leg, big stretch. Lots of work. 2 more, and 1 more. Let's go back to a wide squat, alternating the arms. So as we do a few more of these, you could be getting fatigued. Adjust your weights as you need to. If you find your form is starting to be compromised, maybe not lifting as high, or just feeling like you're using your whole back in the move, then make sure you go down in weight. There's also an option that you could be doing both hands at the same time, making sure you keep that back straight. 2 more. Squeeze your inner thighs. 1 more. Squeeze your glutes. Yes. Switching. Back knee dip. Again, you're staying up high, you're going down low, or you could even be doing that foot roll. So just having the back foot move, and here's the option for there, just having the foot move, ball of the foot, and then pressing the heel. No swinging with the arm, controlled placement, up and down and up and down. And again, the back leg, the front thigh, there you go. That's where we're feeling it. 4, 3, 2, last one. Our last set here with those wide squats. And again, you're going to choose, do I have weights or not? Am I doing single arms or double? Control. Good. 4, 3, squeeze up. 2, one more time. Excellent work. Okay, I'm going a little lighter, and I'm just going to touch my foot back, switching side to side. I'm leaning forward, so anytime I take my body away from straight up, whether it's a lean back, a lean side, or a lean forward, I engage the core to help stabilize. And I start to press out. Press out. Keeping my hand around the level of my belly button. It's not coming up to my shoulders. It's not turning into an uppercut. And as I touch my toe back, I squeeze down the back of the leg. Glutes and hams. Feel it tight. Now, if you want to go to the next level, take those feet a little wider as you tap. And in the middle, come up, squat, and then come up. Good. Even more if you'd like. When you come up, lift the foot behind you, right off the floor. Control and squeeze, control and squeeze. Core's tight. Those shoulders are staying very stable. You're not throwing them up and down. Good. Your eyes should stay focused on one spot, slightly in front of you. Really squeeze those legs. Here we go, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Ooh, really feeling it in those legs. I love that feeling. Let's tap side to side. With one arm only, come across your body, reach into the front corner. Lean a bit more. So, talking about alignment, our nose and our toes are all pointing in the same direction. When we bring the hand back, the elbow stays at shoulder height. Lean a bit more. Feel outside of your waist. Good. So if my left arm is the one working, I'm feeling it in the left side of my body. Getting ready to start a turn and an open. Turn and open to the back. So if we were in our workout rooms, at work with lots of people, you would be turning around and looking at someone in the second row, because I know you would all be in the first row, right?
Yes. Good. One more. Bring it down. So focus on one side. Really good. Ready to go second side, tap. Bring up second arm. And just take a look. Where is my elbow? Level with my shoulder. If I look through this move in a minute or so, and I'm down here, then I want to get it back up to shoulder height. And if I need to go lower or absolutely lose the weight in my hand, that's okay. Form is more important. Reach a bit more. So now everything is pointing for me to the left. Toes pointing to the left, nose to the left, hand to the left. Coming across my body. Good. Where's my elbow landing? Is it staying at shoulder height? Check on you. Ready to start opening to the back. Reach front, then open. Reach front, then open. Good. Keep that elbow high. 4. Reach further. 3, 2. Last one. Bring it down. Whew, really good. Okay, we're going to start doing some squats where we travel a little bit. So we go squat center, we squeeze the legs back in, we squat center, and then we travel to the other side. So it's a squat, squeeze back, squat, and travel. Squat, bring it back, squat, and travel, or that travel is like a switch. Squat, switch. Out, in, out, and switch. So I'm not sure what words work for you. Now, we're going to just hang weights down. So we're actually working against that extra weight when we stand up. A little bit more work if you want. When we do the travel part, right here, we can place the weights down, squeeze in, travel, pick them up. Squeeze back, travel, put them down. Squeeze the inner thighs, travel, pick them up. So you're not doing a lot with the weights. You could load up if you want to. Really focus on the inner thighs. I've messed up. I've messed up, I know I did. Squeeze in, travel. Squat, squeeze in, travel. If you're on another part of the move, just keep going. Sometimes my brain and my mouth not aligned, that's okay. Then we're going to do one more time to pick them up wherever you are and just march. Good. Way to go, guys. All right. Another one I like to do is standing, moving one leg behind. So let's talk about our standing leg first. It never locks out, so we never lock the knee. And you'll often see me just doing this little bounce to make sure I've got my knee bent. I lean forward and I extend my hands. And if this is it for me with my toe down behind me, keep me stable, I can start to do some tricep work. Okay? If I want to do a bit more, I lean forward, making the body work harder because now it's balancing. I extend and I row from here. Extend. Now the leg that's lifted behind you, pull those toes up towards your nose. Almost like you're trying to lead with your heel. Your toes are coming back. Feel the work going on in that standing leg. Good. One more. I just want to take a little rest. We're going to go back into that. And I'm going to show you another move we can do, which allows us to add more of a pivot into the roll. So again, we lift, we row, we extend, we stand up. We lean, we row, we extend, we stand up. Core tight. It's not about fast. Good. I'm doing a lot of wobbling. If you are doing the same and you need to touch down, don't worry about it. Over, row, extend, and up. Last time. Oh, that standing leg is doing a lot of work. Okay. Ready for second side. And remember, you hold whatever you need to in terms of intensity. If you don't want to go into the balance work, then keep your toe touching behind you. You could even do all of this with the row and the stand with the leg touching the ground. Okay, so wherever your leg is, touching or hovering, we're going to go over, row, extend, and stand. Over, row, extend, stand. If you're already there or you want to move to it, then you've lifted the leg to the back. Balance work. Standing leg, maybe it's shaking, wobbling, core tight, but whatever you do, don't straighten the knee. Holding a nice flat back. Another thing to think about is also trying not to open your hips. So if I thought about my hip creases, they're both facing the floor. I'm not starting to open one side. Really feeling the glute on that standing leg. Can you do one more? I think you can. Oh yeah. Good stuff. All right. And just holding our squat with our knees bent and hips over knees, knees over heels. Lean forward, core tight, and then just start to press out. And I'm going to go to a lighter weight, so feel free to move up or down. Press out. What we want to try and do here is hold the elbows high. So do as many as you can, and if you feel those arms starting to pull down, then you're going to do the move without weights in your hands or lighter weights. 4, 3, tricep work, yes. 2, one more. Excellent. Wide squats again. Into lunge side to side. Down and back up. Down and back up. Down. 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 Feel that extended leg. Getting a stretch. Now, depending on what weight you have in your hands, you could reach out in front. A little more difficult. Okay, so if you're saying, hey, I've got the wrong weights, switch them up or keep your hands going down. Good. 4, 3, 2, last time, stand it up. And we're going to plant those feet so the feet are under our hips, no longer in a wide squat position. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, and we're going to take it down for 2 on one side, stand back up tall, go down for 2 on the other side, stand up tall. So it goes down, down, up, and up. Down, down, up, and up. How to add intensity? You can always go heavier on your weights. We're keeping them quite close to the body. You can start to rise up a little higher with that top arm. Bring the weight closer to your underarm. You can also lift lower arm away from center line. So out, doing all of those things. Top arm higher, lower arm out. Makes the move more difficult. You'll be feeling it both in the arms and the core. And then every once in a while, check on those legs. Keeping the knees soft. One more, one more. Really good. Okay. Suitcase squats. So load up, heavier on one side than the other. So I could still have a weight in this hand, it's just I want heavier on one side. So I can have a light weight here, but I choose to go heavy and none, because that's usually what I have. I've got like 6 bags of groceries and then my keys. Okay? So, if this is me in real life, which it is, as I'm doing that, there's nothing wrong with doing that. What's wrong with it is if I'm carrying them like this. So, if I've got my core engaged, and I make sure when I squat down to pick them up that I don't drive my knees forward, and I keep my back nice and straight. And as long as it's not too much of a walk from the car to the house. There we go. Squeeze, squeeze inner thighs, squeeze glutes. Good, come on up. Switch sides. Now, I'm not sure I do this in real life, because I tend to always carry on one side. So what I need to do is be more mindful and make sure that I balance out. So if I've got more than one load, then maybe I need to make sure my second load I carry on the second side. Same thing with carrying computer bags, children. Switch it up side to side. I know we like to have our dominant hand free, but try to be mindful to balance out and be kind to your spine. There we go, last one. Good. Okay. So, a few more minutes left here. I'm going to put the weights down and we're going to do our pendulum. So what that means is I'm going to stand on one leg. Again, little bounce. Just checking to make sure that I've got a slight bend in that standing leg. I bring my leg forward and I pull my toes up towards my nose. So as though I'm pressing with my heel. And I slowly pass through and start to lift to the back. Hips pointing down, shoulders pointing down. Slowly come up and lift to the front. I've got a little bit of a lean, but not much. So balance work, yes. Making sure the knee on the standing leg doesn't lock out. You can touch down. You don't have to leave the foot off the ground. That's definitely a challenge, but you can touch down anytime you need to. So we were already doing some of this move when we did our one-legged row. So I already warmed you up for it. Good. When you're ready, switching to the second side. I like starting in the front so I can get the toe pulling in towards my nose, and then try to hold that position with your foot. Toe is always pulling back. And again, going quicker here is not what's going to give you the benefit. It actually is, it might cause you to wobble even more. Try to stay stable, think about that foot that's on the ground, and press. If you imagine it has 4 corners, press with the 4 corners of your foot. Use it all. Don't just use those toes. Use the entire foot. One more. Really squeeze, 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 squeeze glutes. Good. Nice work. Deep breath in. Shake it out. Deep breath in. And out. Deep breath in, grab on up top. Pull away. away from your shoulders. Let's just plant those feet. Bring those arms out in front. You're looking at your palms, your thumbs are pointing up. Pull away. Beautiful stretch. Shoulders, neck. Nice. Take it down, shake it. Bring it up again, grab on. This time flip your palms, and as you slowly bring your arms down in front, your palms face away, you're looking at the back of your hands, thumbs are down. Now lead with the heel of each palm, and you really focus your stretch on the outside of your arms. Nice stretch. Bring it down. Grabbing on behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Stand up so tall. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Bring one arm across. Your hand is either below your elbow or above. Try not to have the shoulder creep up to your ear. And then if you want that extra stretch, you can lean the head away from the shoulder. Switch it other side. You'll notice I like to just keep walking out. And release. And tricep. So trying to keep your bicep by your ear, elbow pointing up, and then getting a stretch through the tricep. Some people get more of a stretch if they kind of go across the back of your body. So if you feel it more here, or you feel it more directed to the back, please adjust as you need to. Second side. Bring it down, stretching those legs, nice long stride, toes straight ahead, lean forward, core tight. Now bend the back knee and then press your heel of the back foot without straightening the leg. So a big focus on the calf. And now slowly bring the shoulders back over your hips, up onto the ball of your foot. Press your hips forward. Stay up, or you can slowly sink down. Bring your arms into cactus arms. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together. And try not to start getting smaller. Try to stay tall and long. And come on up, step in halfway, hands on the back thigh. Sit back in that imaginary chair and pivot onto your front heel. Toes again, pull back to your nose. And you feel the stretch in the glute, hamstring, and calf of that extended leg. Roll down, slowly roll up. I'm not going to turn this side, so I'm going to show the entire stretch. I've switched legs, but I'm not going to turn my profile view. So again, nice and long, toes pointing straight ahead. Bend the back knee and then press the back heel without straightening the back leg. Focus on calf stretch. Slowly come back up, shoulders over hips, up onto the ball of your foot. Tuck, press forward. Stay here or sink down and get a little bit more intense in the hip flexor. We can put our hands in our hip pockets or our pants pockets, imaginary, and squeeze our elbows together, shoulder blades together. Slowly come out of that, step in halfway, hands on the back thigh, sit down in that imaginary chair behind us, so we're driving back, not forward. Pivot on your heel, lift the toe, glute, hamstring, calf. Big stretch. Down and roll up. Last stretch for the quads. Lean on something, the wall, a chair, or work on balance. Standing leg, soft knee. Press your hips forward a little bit, so really exaggerate the press. And then you can do a push with your foot and a pull back in with your hand, and then really squeeze your buns. And all that is stretching down the quads, front of that thigh. Switch to the other side. So we're trying to keep our thighs close together as well. And making sure as we do this stretch, I'm just going to turn sideways, that we're not doing it with our knee forward. We actually want it, if anything, slightly behind our standing leg. So focusing on stretching the quads. There we go, bring it down, deep breath. Out. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy the classes. Hopefully you're enjoying all the additions to the schedule. Stay healthy and be happy that the groundhog said early spring. Keep your fingers crossed. Take care.